Well, first of all, the issue with the accord, whatever accord there might be between Sudan and Israel, is not the main issue here as far as the Americans are concerned. President Donald Trump not really speaking about the fact that Sudan may be the next Arab country which might formalize ties with Israel, but actually first, the money from Sudan to the American families, families which are victims of terror, and then the removal of Sudan from the list of state sponsors of terrorism. This is the first step, and we understand that actually the Sudanese money, those $335 million, I believe, they are already being transferred as we speak, transferred to a designated bank account in the United States, and then they will be passed to those specific families. Then comes the next step. The next step is American assistance to Sudan in the form of money, in the form of economic assistance, food. Let's remember Sudan, a very poor country. In Sudan, for example, there's no wheat. The wheat is gone, and there's no longer wheat. Therefore, the United States will provide money, will provide medicine, food, economic assistance, and so forth. And then there will be another step, which might include sort of a phone call between the president of Sudan, President Donald Trump, and Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, maybe even this week. This is, we remember how the first step with the UAE took place. Again, it was a phone call between the three leaders. Same happening with Bahrain. The same might happen with Sudan. And the Sudanese are saying, we did everything we needed to basically be pulled out of that list of state sponsors of terrorism. We kicked the Iranians, we kicked Hezbollah. They were all present there under the regime of the former president, Omar al-Bashir. He's gone, they're gone as well. They're saying we've done everything possible. Now we need economic assistance. And the next step would be formalizing ties one way or another with Israel. Sudan was never involved directly in a conflict with Israel, in a war with Israel, but of course it did house Iranian bases, Hezbollah bases. It's strategically located on the Red Sea, not far from the Horn there, the coast of Yemen, which is on the Asian side, where the Indian Ocean gets into the Red Sea. Therefore, the fact that Israel and the United States are able to push this country from one side to another is, of course, very beneficial for both, beneficial for the Sudanese in terms of assistance, as we have mentioned. And yes, as far as Sudan is concerned, of course, the issue of Israel is important, but not the most important. The most important thing for Sudan now is economic assistance. They need that urgently.